start.
Yeah.
Hi guys, you alright? Yeah, we just wanted to do a quick video, a bit of an update from our last video that we did, which was at Thieves Wood, which was just like a little highlights video from our live that we did there. And since then we've actually found out quite a lot of information, more information about the woods than we knew before. It is a place we go to quite a lot. It's a bit of a regular place for us, isn't it?
So
with the dogs.
Set of dogs there a lot. It's a place we feel drawn to.
Yeah.
To go back. Obviously, if you're going to investigate somewhere, you need to do a thorough investigation. Like I said, every time we go back, we find new information out about the place, and it's incredible. So.
Yeah, and it's quite an interesting investigation actually. To say it was, actually, it's quite posh. To say it was outside, which before we always used to avoid doing outside places because there's just too much contamination. But when COVID struck, it was literally like it's the only thing we could really do once it was get outside. And I'm glad that we have started doing it because, like I say, that it was quite an interesting investigation. There was quite a few unusual sounds that we captured. A lot of it could have been the wind, it could have been someone following us around. I mean, at the time we could not hear these, we couldn't see anyone, we couldn't hear anyone. When we think that we can, you can hear us say, "Did you hear that?"
Yeah.
But most of the time, these noises that were captured, we did not hear at the time, which is quite weird in itself. And we did check, didn't we? We tried to check that there weren't other people about where we were. You saw Luke doing a little bit of a check to see if there was any other people. They could not find one.
There's strife for dog in that woods, but
yeah,
I think they tend to keep on the other side.
Yeah.
Where the main road is, where the Thieves Wood car park is. You go across the road, I think that's where they hang out.
Yeah.
And we go further into the woods.
And it was quite late as well.
It was late. It was dark.
It was a Thursday night, school night, so.
I'd say there wasn't anybody else there. I did my checks. I asked about. I shouted someone as if anyone was there, if anyone was watching us. Obviously, they're not going to come out if they're stalking us, but we believe there was nobody else around. Whether it was wind.
Could have been. Most of them could have been, and it's just how it's picked up on the camera, and then you've got to take it into account. You know, the whole sort of what's the word for it? There's a word for it. Pareidolia, and there's another one. There's another word that I want to use. I'll probably put it on here. I forgot because I can't think of it on top of my head. God, that's gonna do my head in now.
You'll have to look for it, won't you?
Yeah. No, I know it. But I can't think of it. But anyways, it could be something natural, is what I'm saying. We're not stating that everything that we capture is paranormal. That is literally for you guys to decide. That's the whole point of it for us. And I also want to say a massive thank you to everyone that did watch the live and joined in with the comments. When we go live, we like to involve everyone. To me, that's what lives should be about. Yeah. They're interactive, and you really did shape the investigation that night.
It's like when the SDS method was doing that, and I was asking you to give us words, which you was doing.
Yeah.
And I was asking Spirit to obviously read the comments and speak through the SDS method through the radio.
Yeah.
Which they did. No, I think one or two words came out, which was questionable.
Yeah. Which was
when Sten said one, then you said one.
Yeah. And we checked the timings as well. Yeah. It was close together, so that was interesting.
Yeah. Tell me what colour light I've got on in my hand.
1.
No way. Did you say that before she said it then? I wasn't looking, mate. Yeah, there's another one. What did you say about Anne?
Oh, Anne, yeah. There was a moment when Luke had the headphones on and Anne, a viewer, came on. She said hello. And I said, "Oh, hi, Anne." And Luke literally goes, "Hello." And at the time, I thought maybe they're saying hello to Anne, our viewer. But actually, looking back on it now, I think if anything, it could be possibly maybe a spirit named Anne. And I've just gone, "Hi, Anne." And then the spirit's speaking through the box. The reason why I think that as well is later on in the night we try the SB7 and we just play it out, and we're walking along, and to me it sounds like you can hear a woman's voice say Anne.
Tell us your name.
Me about the SB7 results, it's very rare that you do get responses like this, and you mentioned quite a few times that night that you thought that the SB7 sounded a bit weird.
Yeah.
And it was almost like there really wasn't a lot of radio interference. These voices actually sounded quite, I don't know, like proper voices. And there was a point as well when I asked, how old are you? And to me, again, I feel like it's a similar voice to the woman that said Anne. And it sounds like she's saying, I think it was 64 or 62, something like that. And it's just strange.
Could you tell us your age?
It's very rare you actually get a response like that. I mean, it's not like crystal clear, obviously. It's not as clear as I'd like it to be, but it was still a hit to me. It still got me a bit excited. As someone that loves doing SB7, because I know it's a bit controversial with a lot of people, I thought that was really interesting. And even you was like, do you know what?
I'm not a great believer of the SB7,
Mm.
but that was pretty strange.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're going to go out Friday and do a live again.
Yeah.
The other side of Thieves Wood, which is called Thieves Wood.
And there is a reason we are going to be going into that area, and that is because if you'd watched the live, you'd see that we spoke. Well, we didn't speak. We had it sort of roll along the bottom because we like to do our research after we've done investigating.
Yeah.
When we did our research, we found out a bit of a gruesome story about a young girl named Elizabeth Sheppard. She was only 17 years old. This happened in the 1800s. She was brutally murdered by a guy named Charles Rotherham. She was beaten to death with a hedge stake, and then her body was left, and it's an area near Thieves Wood. But you know, we thought the story was really interesting, and we wanted to go into it a bit more. So
we're going to go today, aren't we? Have a look at the memorial stone that she's got at the site. Which the side of Thieves Wood, between Thieves Wood and Thieves Wood. It's on the A60, and
there's going to be a lot of cars.
It's a lot. It's a busy road. There's a memorial stone with a name on it and whatever. It's information.
And that's where she was murdered. Murdered. Near where she was murdered, because this stone has been moved slightly because of the road being bigger. Bigger,
yeah. So obviously she might have been murdered in the middle of the road, what is now. But obviously the headstone's on the side of the road. Yeah. So we're going to have to check that out. And
then after that, we're going to go and check the hut out, which is still around today. It looks amazing.
Yeah, good pub.
It would be amazing to get as a ghost hunt. It's proper old, isn't it? So many old churches as well, which we are going to be going to. Hopefully, go find her grave, an actual gravestone where she's buried.
Papplewick, isn't it?
In Papplewick, which was unfortunately vandalised a few years back. And that's got a ghost story attached to it in itself, which we will speak of more throughout this video. You'll hear us talk about it. We are hoping to do quite a few more videos over the next few months. It's going to be a bit harder for us though, because you know we're changing a few things, but we are going to try and get out as much as we can. So look out for any other lives. Please join in, because if you comment, we will include you. We're not going to ignore you. Because I don't see the point in comments if you're just ignoring people. If you've got any other information about the areas that we're doing, we'd like to hear of it. If you'd like to join in, actually come out with us. If you're a medium, if you investigate yourself, we're up for collabs, so just let us know.
Alright, should we crack on then and get this?
Yeah, let's get going.
Tom?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. hut where Charles Rotherham would have gone after he'd murdered Bessie. He went in for a drink. I believe he tried to sell her
Shoes and umbrella.
yeah, shoes and umbrella.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. Keep looking at my face.
Oh, don't look at your face. So yeah, guys, we've come to try and find where Elizabeth Sheppard was buried, but unfortunately we can't find the exact gravestone.
Gravestone, yeah. We have come to the right church in Papawick. We've done our research there. However, the grave is said to be
Was said to have been vandalised.
vandalised, and whether they made a new one for her or give her a new one, should I say?
Well, they must.
Because there's a lot of. They would have done, yeah.
Or retouched, because it was just part of the stone,
Yeah.
wasn't it, that was taken.
So we have found an Elizabeth, which has the grave is pretty destroyed, but we can only see Elizabeth. We can't see the rest of her name.
So we didn't want to
So
say
we're not
that
gonna,
was her for sure.
We're not going to assume it's here because it could be totally someone else.
Yeah, and we don't want
But-
to upset or anything.
I've took a picture of the church. We'll put that on here, on the video. And
I just wanted to say as well, with the stone, I think that's a dog over there. With the stone, there was actually a bit of a ghost story connected with that. When it was vandalised and it was reported to the police, the police officer in charge felt the need to touch the stone that was handed in, and he was able to find the rest of the vandalised stone, and he reckons it could have been the spirit of Elizabeth. So yeah, I can just see some dogs on the side.
yeah, some people as well.
Yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that. But yeah, hopefully, I forgot what I was saying.
Yeah, I'm taken.
Oh.
But yeah, obviously the rest of the story with Elizabeth, but you've seen there a memorial stone on the A60 between Thieves Wood and Harlow Wood, isn't it?
Yeah.
And she was brutally murdered with a hedge stake by Charles Rotherham,
Yeah.
who went to rob her, and then went to the hut, which we've also just been to to try and sell her umbrella and her shoes.
And there was a
And
massive manhunt
to find him.
And they did find him in Loughborough.
Found him, strung him up.
Strung him up. It was public hanging.
So the galleries of justice do have records of Charles Rotherham.
Whether it's the same guy, I would take a guess and say yes.
Yeah, it did say it was hung for murder of Elizabeth. So
Oh, there you go then.
I'm pretty sure it did anyway.
So that'll be interesting next
Whether
time
he
we
was-
go galleries.
Yeah, whether he was hung
National
there,
Justice.
because obviously it was 18. What year was it? 18?
Is it 1870?
18
I think that might have been
1800s.
the murder anyway.
Yeah.
but-
When it was hung, I can't remember what the date was to be exact. But yeah, whether it was hung at the Gallows of Justice or the Gallows Hill, which was a bit further up on the Mansfield Road, I believe.
Yeah. Which
Or-
we spoke of in the
Yeah.
last live and was at Thieves Wood.
I'll say with it being Nottingham, there was hangings everywhere, so there could have been. I think there's hangings at Thieves Wood, Harlows Wood,
You
Gallows of
wanna
Justice.
Say, hang your kids, hide your wife, because they're hanging everybody out here. That's
That's
the
just the
pros.
wildlife.
But yeah, we're hoping that we've come here. We are going to be doing a live again on Friday. We are going to be doing a different area of the woods, a closer area to where she was murdered, and we're hoping that we can somehow make a connection with her.
Yeah.
Or if you go to the stone, she's meant to appear. So we'll see.
We're not going to disturb the grave.
Obviously,
We might
we
lay
can't
some-
even find it anyway.
We might lay some flowers for her because I think it's
yeah, that would have been nice.
it'll be a nice thing to do. Poor
But-
girl was only 17 years old. She was
Yeah.
just walking from Papawick to Mansfield,
Trying
which
to
is
find
it's
work.
far. Just trying to find some work.
We're going to go back and I'm going to put all this together so
Yeah.
it makes sense,
It will make sense, hopefully.
hopefully. And yeah, we just hope that you're enjoying what we're doing. I've actually really enjoyed it.
We will do. We'll reminded me of that goat then. But yeah, I'm going to put it into a blog as well.
Yeah.
which I think will be a
Bit
better
more info
bit
on
more info on there.
Because we waffle.
We do waffle on. I can't talk properly on camera, so
And
it's
I just go off.
you go off, yeah. But yeah, if you are obviously interested in your history about especially Nottinghamshire, like hangings and murders and stuff, it's something worth checking out. Elizabeth Sheppard, Bessie, nickname. She was brutally murdered by Charles Rotherham, head stake, and on the
High
A60.
hedge steak.
It's between Thieves Wood and Harlow Wood on the A60. If you do want the details for the stone, I'll give you them. If you ask me for them, obviously it's
you can't do anything there.
you can't really do anything there
It's
because
very
it's
busy.
it's a busy road.
We tried talking.
We tried talking, yeah,
You couldn't hear a thing. I'm going to be doing a voiceover.
but yeah, in the day, you can get there, you can get to it. Just be very careful because as I say, it's a main road, and yeah, we don't want you to get run over.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like I say as well, there is a ghost story connected to the murder, which is why we're intrigued. You know, legend states that she does appear when she's disturbed or when she's sort of talked about.
Yeah. So
we're gonna see what happens on Friday when we do a live.
Go do a live around that area, not on the road itself.
Though I think a lot of people would like us to do it on the road.
But we're trying to see if she's still about because, like I say, the rumour has it if she has been seen. Has she been seen?
She has been seen.
Yeah, she's been seen around there.
I also want to state as well, where the stone is, it has been moved slightly because obviously the road over the time has gotten wider. I think in the 30s they
moved,
so it's not the legit spot because it has been moved, but only slightly so.
It's just been moved left to right, or
Yeah.
like right to left, whatever. Because it's like the road then wouldn't have been the road, would it?
No,
It wouldn't have been.
might have been.
Would have been horse and carts back then.
Yeah.
1800s, I don't know.
Yeah, it would have been.
Yeah.
So,
Anyway, look out for our live on Friday. We'll be doing a live around that area. Try and communicate with Bessie.
probably be about 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that's all we wanted to say really.
Cool.